Topic: Beliefs and values and their impact on behavior. Subtopics: Meaning and nature, social adjustments and habit formation. Habits of personal effectiveness. 7 habits of highly effective people. As human beings, we all have our own values, beliefs, and attitudes that we have developed throughout the course of our lives. Our family, friends, community, and the experiences we have had all contribute to our sense of who we are and how we view the world. As community services workers, we are often working with people who are vulnerable and/or who may live a lifestyle that mainstream society views as being different or unacceptable. If, as community services workers, we are to provide a service that meets the needs of our target groups and helps them to feel empowered, we need to be aware of our own personal values, beliefs and attitudes, and be prepared to adopt the professional values of our industry, and not impose our own ideas on our clients. What are values? Values are principles, standards or qualities that an individual or group of people hold in high regard. These values guide the way we live our lives and the decisions we make. A value may be defined as something that we hold dear, those things, qualities which we consider to be of worth. A value is commonly formed by a particular belief that it is related to the worth of an idea or type of behavior. Some people may see great value in saving the world's rainforests. However, a person who relies on the logging of a forest for their job may not place the same value on the forest as a person who wants to save it. Values can influence many of the judgments we make as well as have an impact on the support we give clients. It is important that we do not influence clients' decisions based on our values. We should always work from the basis of supporting the client's values. Professional values. In order to leave your personal values out of the client-worker relationship, you need to be aware of the impact they may have when you come across clients that do not behave in ways that you agree with, that is, clients who have different values and beliefs to you. You may find that with such clients you become judgmental or notice that you are encouraging clients to make a decision that reflects what you think they should do, based on your values and beliefs, rather than working with the client to come up with their own ideas about how to resolve the issue. That is why it is so important to have ethical standards, so that we are operating by a professional set of guidelines, not what we personally think is right or wrong. What is a belief? Beliefs come from real experiences, but often we forget that the original experience is not the same as what is happening in life now. Our values and beliefs affect the quality of our work and all our relationships because what you believe is what you experience. We tend to think that our beliefs are based on reality, but it is our beliefs that govern our experiences. The beliefs that we hold are an important part of our identity. They may be religious, cultural, or moral. Beliefs are precious because they reflect who we are and how we live our lives. What is an attitude? Attitudes are the mental dispositions people have towards others and the current circumstances before making decisions that result in behavior. People primarily form their attitudes from underlying values and beliefs. However, factors which may not have been internalized as beliefs and values can still influence a person's attitudes at the point of decision-making. Typical influences include the desire to please, political correctness, convenience, peer pressure, and psychological stressor. Social adjustment. Social adjustment is an effort made by an individual to cope with standards, values and needs of a society in order to be accepted. It can be defined as a psychological process. It involves coping with new standard and value. In the technical language of psychology, getting along with the members of society as best one can is called adjustment. What is habit formation? Habit formation is the process by which new behaviors become automatic. Someone who instinctively reaches for a cigarette after waking up has a habit, as does the person who laces up her running shoes and hits the streets as soon as she gets home. Old habits can be difficult to break, and healthy habits are often harder to develop than one would like. That's because the behavioral patterns we repeat most often are etched into our neural pathways. The good news is that through repetition, it's possible to form and maintain new habits. And even long-time habits that are detrimental to one's health and well-being can be shaken with enough determination and a smart approach. How to build better habits. Whether one's aim is to end a disruptive habit or to establish a healthy one, behavior change can be tough. Excuses, fatigue, and the vagueness of goals can spell doom for such efforts. With some focus, however, these obstacles can be overcome. Experts advise that strategies such as creating a specific and reasonable goal for change, being mindful of how one's environment influences one's plans to progress toward it, and looping in other people who care about one's progress can all help make the process of habit formation more successful. Types of habits. Habits are divided into 3 types depending upon the nature of activities. First, motor habits. These habits refer to muscular activities of an individual. These are the habits related to our physical actions such as standing, sitting, running, walking, doing exercise, maintaining particular postures of body, etc. Second, intellectual habits. These are the habits related to psychological process requiring our intellectual abilities such as good observation, accurate perception, logical thinking, using of reasoning ability before taking decisions and testing conclusions, etc. Third, habits of character. We express some of our characters in the form of habits. For example, helping others who are in need, trusting people, being honest, talking in a friendly way, time management, hard working, keeping our dress clean and tidy, etc. These habits will have essence of feelings and emotions. Hence, these are also called as emotional habits. Measures for effective habit formation. A. Make a good start. Good beginning is half done, is a premise. Accordingly, to learn a habit, we must make a good start. We should have strong motivation and determination of mind. We should not have oscillation of mind. For example, a nursing student decides to start to study at a fixed time for a fixed length of period. He or she should start as decided and should not hesitate on the first day itself. B. Keep regular practice. It is essential to practice the new habit regularly until it becomes a routine in our life. Postponement or interruption should be avoided, because it weakens our habit formation. Example, giving some lame excuse like headache, lack of interest or mood and postpone the work should be avoided. C. Choose favorable environment. Good habit formation depends upon the encouraging atmosphere also. Example, for a student who wants to work hard, there must be a company of hard-working students and not lazy fellows who have no interest in studies. D. Do not stop till the goal is achieved. Once a habit is formed, it is to be strengthened. Hence it should be continued until it is firmly rooted. The 7 habits of highly affected people. First, sharpen the saw. Don't work yourself to death. Strive for a sustainable lifestyle that affords you time to recuperate, recharge, and be effective in the long term. Second, be proactive. You have a natural need to wield influence on the world around you, so don't spend your time just reacting to external events and circumstances. Take charge and assume responsibility for your life. Third, begin with an end in mind. Don't spend your life working aimlessly, tackling whatever job is at hand. Have a vision for the future and align your actions accordingly to make it into a reality. Fourth, put first things first. To prioritize your work, focus on what's important, meaning the things that bring you closer to your vision of the future. Don't get distracted by urgent but unimportant tasks. Fifth, think win-win. When negotiating with others, don't try to get the biggest slice of the cake, but rather find a division that is acceptable to all parties. You will still get your fair share and build strong positive relationships in the process. 6. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. When someone presents us with a problem, we often jump right to giving a solution. This is a mistake. We should first take time to really listen to the other person and only then make recommendations. 7. Synergize. Adopt the guiding principle that in a group, the contributions of many will far exceed those of any individual. This will help you achieve goals you could never have reached on your own.